Alright y'all, so Money in the Bank 2023 is this Saturday, and that being said, your boy has predictions for the show, so I ain't gonna waste no more time, let's get into it. If you can tell by my voice, I do not feel very good right now, so Money in the Bank tomorrow is a little iffy, but we're gonna talk about the show anyway. This show is going to be happening in the UK, and WWE and AEW have been going all over the world this year, from the UK to Canada. I believe AEW is going to the UK in like the next month or so. I've been loving these overseas tours. We'll be getting so many different crowd reactions, and I cannot wait for the show. Also, make sure you guys like and follow for more content like this. Let's get into it. So just recently made, we have the Intercontinental Championship being defended between Gunther versus Matt Riddle. This match was like recently made, so don't ask me the story because I do not know. I don't watch Raw, so I don't have the slightest clue why Matt Riddle's going after this title. I am a pretty big Matt Riddle fan. I have been for like several years, since 2017. Gunther's awesome. They had a match actually in like 2018 on the independent scene that was really good, so seeing this rematch, I'm like, ooh. You know, them having more experience, maybe WWE restraints, but more experience, this should be an even better match than the one they had last time. Will the result be any different from the last crop of Gunther matches we've seen? No, I think Gunther retains. We're nearing the Honky Tonks reign, and WWE has been on this bulldozing run of having new title reigns be like record breakers, so I don't think Gunther's reign is going to be any different. For this close to 420, you might as well just have him hit it at this point. Roman Reigns broke the record, Bianca Belair broke the record, the Usos recently broke the record. Like, we're just having a bunch of record-setting years between last year and this year. And don't get me wrong, I love a nice little long reign. It makes the champion feel more silver reign, if that's that's an appropriate word to use, right? But, you know, we've had like so many 300, 400 day long reigns. I wouldn't mind a short reign here and there. But I'll talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes. Gunther, I got one in this match. We got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are on the line as Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defends against Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez. I'm sorry, you could not pay me to care about this match. Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey, their feud is been done and over with last year, so them circling back to it is kind of like to me. I felt like their matches weren't even that good to begin with, and the storyline was mainly around Liv Morgan not being good enough to really beat Ronda straight up, just her just eking out these wins. Shayna Baszler is like a shell of what she used to be in NXT. She's really just Ronda Rousey's like background player, like tag team partner. She's not even her own person, which I feel like is very disappointing. And Raquel Gonzalez, I have nothing bad to say about her, but you know, she's not my favorite or anything. She's fine. This is just not a very enthralling match for me, so I'm just gonna say Ronda and Shayna retain because who knows? I just do not care about this match whatsoever. Nor has WWE really ever given me a reason to care about the Women's Tag Team Championships. So, should not be surprised that people are a little like dicey on if they care about this match or not. We have Cody Rhodes taking on Dominic Mysterio. If the rumblings are true and we're getting a Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar rematch at SummerSlam, then Cody Rhodes winning this match makes the most sense. I don't feel like the way the Bloodline storyline is heading that we're probably going to be getting Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns anytime soon. But feel very disjointed and out of place to have Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam at this point. Even though that's what I want, I would rather Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns now than wait until next year's WrestleMania. But I can see where the story is heading for Roman and his arc and the most important story in WWE, so that makes the most sense. So Cody Rhodes winning this match and going into another Brock Lesnar match that personally I did not ask for, that makes the most sense. Dominic is stacking up losses, but I don't think it's really hurting his character because, you know, he's very hated in a good way. You know, he's not liked because, you know, he's a really good heel, so he can afford to take, you know, losses here and there, and even though they're stacking up a lot, he can afford to take these losses. Fits the character more if he takes losses anyway. So I got Cody Rhodes winning this one. We got Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor. A rematch from their SummerSlam 2016 match. I'd imagine they probably had another match since then, but that's the one they keep on bringing back up. Sure, they're probably going to allude to Seth Rollins doing that same spot on the outside. Maybe Finn Balor gets out of it or counters it or something. But you know, Seth and Finn, you can't go wrong with that. I feel like it's probably going to be a good match. I got Seth Rollins retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, but I am going to draw back to this match in just a little bit. We got the Women's Money in the Bank match. We got Io Shirai, Trish Stratus, who I'm surprised is in a Money in the Bank ladder match, Trish Stratus, Zoe Starks, Bayley, Zelina Vega, and Becky Lynch. got a good crop of females in here that more or less most of them realistically can win the match. I think the odds are lesser in the favor of Zelina Vega and Zoe Starks because, you know, Zoe's new and Zelina Vega is Zelina Vega. I don't think there's a chance she's gonna win. And lesser odds are in Bayley because Bayley loses every goddamn thing these days. So you really nail it down to just Io Sky, Trish Stratus, and Becky Lynch. Now, I don't really think Trish Stratus needs to be winning Money in the Bank in 2023. I don't think that's a move that we should be making, so I would say Trish is out. Which leaves us down to Io Sky and Becky Lynch. Now, does Becky Lynch really need to be winning Money in the Bank in 2023 too? I don't think so. I feel like Becky Lynch has really done much of everything in this company. Winning Money in the Bank seems like a very unnecessary asset to her career. I also think there's a lot of tension brewing between Io Sky and Bayley with, you know, Dakota Kai being out of the faction. There's something there. So I'm going to go left field and say that Io Sky wins this match. Maybe even knocking Bayley off the ladder to win it. Who knows? But I got Io Sky winning this. Probably going to look dumb and it's going to be Becky, but Io's my pick. Now we have the men's Money in the Bank match with Damian Priest, Butch, who by now I'm shocked is not being called Pete Dunne, but Butch, Santos Escobar, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, and Logan Paul. I've been seeing a lot of internet critique about how this match has no star power, there's no big names in the match, it's very lackluster, yada yada. Listen, at the end of the day, Money in the Bank ladder matches are meant to give opportunity to wrestlers. Big names don't really need those opportunities. It really should be going to mid-carders. So a mid-card Money in the Bank ladder match, like, sign me up for that. I'm happy to see a mid-card Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, what I don't like is the possibility that these winners can cash in on a US or IC championship, much like Austin Theory did last year, which I think was a very, very, very stupid thing to do. So I hope they abolish that stipulation and just keep this Money in the Bank briefcase winner at you can cash in on either the Universal Championship, which likely won't happen, or the World Heavyweight Champion. Now let's break down the odds. You could just throw Ricochet out of here. I mean, there's like zero chance he's going to win this match. Not only have they not really positioned him to look like he's credibly able to win, but like it's also Ricochet. I think that his run, his push was like 2017, 2018 when they tried to do something, and that hasn't been the same since. They've been trying to get Shinsuke Nakamura back into the mix, but like I'm not buying it, bro. He's not winning this match. You could take Butch out of there. He's not even a main guy in his faction, so we know he's not winning shit. He had a better chance as Pete Dunne, but not as Butch. Santos Escobar is another one where it's like, all right, I get you the leader, you know, the pseudo leader of LWO, and you know they're doing something with him on a weekly basis on SmackDown. I just don't see you winning Money in the Bank. I wouldn't be upset if you did, but you winning that match? Nah, you're not winning that match. Damian Priest is also a part of one of the more important factions in WWE right now in the Judgment Day. Every single show, all of his faction has something to do, and I love that for them. For a while, I felt like Damian Priest was the guy who like was doing nothing while Rhea Ripley was contending against Charlotte, and Dominic was facing his father, and Finn was doing stuff for Edge. Priest was just kind of like there. So to see him in this match, it's like, all right, I'm happy it was him and not Dominic. Like, all right, let's see what he can do. He will again lose because he seems to be the guy of his faction that always loses. But, you know, it's nice to see him in this match doing something. He's probably going to do something crazy too. Which brings us down to LA Knight and Logan Paul. I know all of you are really gang-ho on LA Knight winning. He's going to be the Money in the Bank winner. He's going to do this and da-da-da-da-da. Now, be honest with yourself. If LA Knight won the match, you know he's not beating Roman Reigns, and he's probably not beating Seth Rollins either. He has a better shot if that stipulation of the US and IC is in there. I'm not hating on LA Knight. I'm starting to see why a lot of people are entertained by him. I think there's definitely something there. I'm just not a fan of LA Knight. I don't dislike him, I'm just not a fan. Logan Paul being thrown in the mix last minute and him being such a prodigy in the ring. WWE loves getting that heel heat so much, so I got Logan Paul winning this match. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy for saying it, but yes, Logan Paul wins this match. This match goes on first on the show, and I think he cashes in on Seth Rollins successfully and becomes a new World Heavyweight Champion. Same prediction, I know, but I'm going with it. And unclutch your pearls because I will promptly have him lose it back to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. On to the match we are all waiting for, the Bloodline Civil War, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos. There is a lot of story in this match, and a lot of ways it can go. There's only one real correct outcome, and that's Jey Uso pinning Roman Reigns, which builds to their match at SummerSlam. I might have egg on my face for betting against Roman Reigns, but that's what I'm going with. If I'm feeling better, we'll be live on YouTube and Kick for the show. Leave your predictions. See you guys there.